next part. Next slide. So yes, so user interface responsiveness. Again, you know that when Pega 7 UI responsiveness is added here. So in this UI responsiveness, so Pega is using HTML5 and CSS3, and it is a standard mode as per WC3. So your Designer Studio is now cross-browser compatible because of this because of this HTML5 and CSS3 standard modes. Now Pega has introduced a skin tool, which is a replacement for your branding wizard. Now we have mixins, formats, again the new kind of UI controls here. So dynamic containers, layouts, auto-generated controls, which helps us to have an responsive UI in Pega 7. Again, HTML5 application readiness landing page is introduced to understand when you upgrade your Pega 6.x application to Pega 7, whether the application is ready for the conversion or not, and what all the needs to be taken care. So this HTML5 application readiness landing page will help you to understand what are the differences and what are the rules to be upgraded so that your application becomes the Pega 7 application. So we move to the next slide. So in the next slide we talk about multi-tenancy. Multi-tenancy is one more addition in Pega 7. So now your Pega 7 comes in the installation of normal installation and multi-tenancy installation. What is multi-tenancy is, so we install a single machine and it is logically partitioned into the multiple. And every multiple partitioned machine will work as a standalone, and it helps the pools of organization to have an independent environment without cost of separate installation. So in multi-tenancy, we don't need to install application. We don't need to install Pega application in many servers. We install in a single application, single server, and we share with multiple users. And every user, considered as a tenant, and every tenant is a independent, and the partition given to the tenant is a standalone now. In this multi-tenancy, you see different roles to play, that is multi-tenant administrator, proxy administrator, and tenant administrator. And please remember that multi-tenancy does not mean to support a software development lifecycle, or it is not a business unit specialization. So this is a special feature of Pega which comes at the time of installation itself. You have to select whether you want Pega to be installed as a multi-tenant or normal installation. So I'm moving to the next slide, where we talk about the high availability. Again, this high availability is introduced by Pega 7, which minimizes your downtime. So whenever a production system goes to downtime, you may see of customer iterations, some organization may face some legal issues. So in this scenarios, Pega has come up with a high availability concept which minimizes the downtime even in the planned and unplanned outage. So just it requires a load balancer and shared storage. And you know that Pega 7 comes with a split schema, that is your database is now two. One is to store your rules, another is to store your data. So this split schema helps us in minimizing the downtime. Again, we have a dynamic container introduced in Pega 7, which records all your UI and databases are automatically restored in Pega 7. So only thing you have to remember that clipboard pages are not saved automatically when the system goes down when it is unplanned. But the requester context is restored from the shared stored context. So that's all about Pega 7 new features here. So we are missing the demonstration. We'll see how we can demonstrate this in the next session. At least now I'm giving handovering to Rajnikant, who will talk on Pega upgrade. Yeah, Rajni, we'll go to your Pega upgrade part directly.
Yeah.
The time is running.
Yeah. Thanks, SP and Shivaram. Now, knowing the Pega 7 features, most of the customers are interested in upgrading their application from their existing version 5 or 6 to 7. So I want to handle this slide or this area into 3. 1, where Virtusa is in the overall upgrade solution. 2, a glimpse of upgrade approach. And the third item is on what do Virtusa team members get in the R&D. Okay. To start with, where Virtusa stands in overall upgrade solution. And it's been, we do have a pride to announce like Virtusa is being chosen as one of the trusted partner for upgrade. It's because of its competency and also the kind of experience Virtusa do have across many applications upgrade. So we are honored by the way. And the second part is on, and we do have a Virtusa Innovation Upgrade Center where we do continuous R&D towards the upgrade improvement process in terms of automizing some of the process, in terms of estimation rigor, in terms of automized code review, etc. So this all we do as a part of our innovation center, and that is one among the reasons why Pega chosen us as a trusted partner in this area. Okay. And moving on to the glimpse of the upgrade approach. So when we see this upgrade, it is unlike any other engineering, like your development engineering. It does take its own process and methodology. And we do have a pre-packaged upgrade methodology which covers 3 phases: discover phase, implementation phase, that is execution phase, and transition phase. The discover phase is very important. This is the phase where we analyze the risk associated with the existing code set in moving towards the upgrade, such as the number of frameworks involved, the number of guardrail violations, number of integrations, number of third-party tools used, etc. All those would be analyzed, and that analysis would lead to an estimation. When we would say we have done a lot of automation in this area, since this being a common feature or common part which is applicable for any of the upgrade projects, we have done enough analysis and R&D on this to come up with an automated tool to have a maximum output out of the discovered area. The second part is the execution, and even this is quite unique in nature when compared to a development project. Here, this is the place where we set up a sandbox environment, we do our internal testing, and then we run a wizard, etc. So which is the sequence and the design structure is pretty much unique in nature, and it's not applicable for a development. It's applicable only for an upgrade project. And third step is the transition. This is where all the testing would go on. The automate, even here we have come up with an optimized approach of automating the test cases and the testing system, so that the entire process can be completed in 8 to 10 weeks, depending upon the size of the project. These are some of the unique features and the glimpse of the upgrade approach that we offer to any of the customers. And the last point, so this is not the customer, and this is what our Virtusa team members get. Many do not really get an opportunity to work in such kind of projects, being very niche within Pega. But however, the team members within Virtusa do really get an excellent opportunity to take part in the R&D of any upgrade assessment, and also they to take part in the real execution too. Thereby, it's apart from they getting certified and learning Pega specific design and execution methodology, they also do get an experienced and nourished resources in the upgrade process too. So with that, I close down the Virtusa upgrade presentation too. We are open for questions. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Rajati. The team, I'm really sorry for not being able to demonstrate some of the PRPC 7 functionality like multi-tenancy, high availability, and part of the DCO, because we are facing some technical challenges. So maybe in our next session we would come out with those demonstration only. However, the point that I'm going to share with you is, as rightly said by Rajni, we have very, I would say that highly advanced, PRPC research lab here in Virtusa, where we are working jointly with Pegasystems and also kind of working on building some of the frameworks which could be rendered on PRPC7, like smart claim, then PCS framework, and all those stuff. So from that perspective, it's very interesting and challenging environment here in Virtusa to work with some of these features in PRPC7. So now we are open for questions.
Thank you so much, everyone. We actually faced a lot of problems today right from the very beginning. And since we have run out of time today, we'll unfortunately have to wrap up the session because otherwise the session any which ways is going to expire in the next couple of minutes. So I'm going to request all those who joined in today's session to probably leave us a question offline. You can post your queries by coming on techgeek.com and posting your questions on our discussion forum. And SP, Shivaram and Rajni, I'm going to request all three of you to also come on techgeek.com and answer to these queries on the discussion forum. And as SP clearly stated, definitely in one of our future webinars, we would try to work out as far as the demo is concerned, which we missed out in today's session. And on that note, I'm going to quickly wrap up the session. Thank you so much, everyone, and apologies once again for all the technical problems that we faced today.
Okay. Thanks, Raghunath.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.